Sometimes I hate my art.
This is SamDoesArts, one of my biggest art idols. I've been admiring his work for years. We're basically best friends now. He is one of the biggest reasons why I continue to draw and continue to practice every day. He's one of the reasons why I'm working on this piece that I'm working on right now, and it's one of my favorite pieces, so make sure you stick around to the end to see the final results. I think even Sam will be proud of this one, and he has works like these. I know, right? Everyone loves his work, right?
I hate my art.
Wait, what did he just say?
I hate my art. I hate my art.
I hate my art.
I watched one of Sam's latest videos and it shook me. It made me realize how common this struggle is to many artists, no matter what skill level. It's such a common struggle. We doubt ourselves and sometimes just hate our art.
Sometimes I step away from that canvas and I look at the piece that I just made and I wonder to myself, what the heck did you just spend the last 2 hours on?
And why do we feel that way? Even the best of us often doubt ourselves. How do we overcome that? When I first heard Sam say this, I was shocked, I was surprised, I was awestruck, I was another word that I can't even think of. Because we're talking about Sam here, an artist that I consider an art god here on YouTube. How can someone who I idolize, someone whose art I look at constantly in awe, hate their art? And that's when I realized that a lot of artists go through this. No matter the skill level, no matter how skilled you are, sometimes you just hate your art. And is that really such a bad thing? I remember a few months back, I was working on this piece that I thought I was going to love. I thought it was going to be my Mona Lisa. I thought it was going to demand attention and I was finally going to get my 1,000 subscribers. But then when I finished, I just saw its flaws. I didn't love it anymore. And I'm still at only 400, so back to work. I felt like I was on an emotional roller coaster. At one minute, I'm riding the highs, feeling like this is the most amazing piece. And the next moment, I am even questioning whether or not if I know how to draw. So I had to go back to the drawing board. Ha! Pun.
No pun intended. I'm not actually learning. That's a bit of a problem, isn't it?
Sam mentioned something crucial in his video. He realized that he wasn't learning anymore, and that was contributing to his slump. And that hit me like a boulder. It's so easy to get comfortable and just stay in your comfort zone when you find something that you like drawing, when you feel like this is good art, so why do I need to change it? It's so easy to fall into this trap of not growing and not challenging yourself because you're comfortable. And honestly, when was the last time that you sat down and actually studied, and I mean really studied, to become a better artist? I don't mean just draw, I mean really studied. And I noticed myself that my art started to plateau when I got comfortable and I stopped trying to learn different techniques and styles. And this is because I thought I was already great, even when I drew this. Yeah, I know, I hate it too. But at the time, I thought I was the greatest artist. I thought I couldn't improve because it's already amazing. And yeah, I know, I hate it too. But because of that, I stopped trying to learn, I stopped trying to improve, and then I just stood stagnant. And I didn't want to stay stagnant. I didn't want that to be my best artwork. Yeah, I know, I hate it too. It took finding other artists that I admire for me to study from and to actually learn. Artists that I seen progress through the years while I stood in that same place. I had to figure out why they got better. And it was because they got out of their comfort zone. They started to draw things that they didn't know how to draw. They started to practice in ways that they didn't normally practice. And that taught them things. That helped them grow. So these artists helped push me in my art journey. They helped further my growth. Artists like Sam helped me in ways that he doesn't even know. Which is why we're best friends.
The higher your skill level climbs in art, the harder you've got to try to get out of that comfort zone, and the more difficult it is to actually get out of your comfort zone because your comfort zone is growing.
This is spot on. The more comfortable we get, the harder it is to push us out of that zone. For me, I realized that when I'm uncomfortable is when I'm making art that I am most proud of. Even if I don't post this artwork or show it to people and think that it's, well, my Mona Lisa, I find something that I'm proud of. The fact that I tried that one thing, or tried to move the brush that way, or tried that filter, it excites me in my art and it helps push my art to another level. And honestly, it's where I feel the most joy. Sometimes I forget because I want to do this as a job that I also do this because, well, I love it. And part of that love is keeping things fresh. continuing this journey. It was fun when I learned how to draw a stick figure when I was a kid, and then it was even more fun when I started to use, real shapes to draw a figure. Seeing your progress is the most fun. And some of us make our best work when we are uncomfortable, when we try something new. And like I said, it's so much fun to experiment.
You just got to keep learning. You got to face the things that you suck at. You got to face them head on.
And I know facing those things that we suck at, well, can be scary, but we need to find those places where we feel most uncomfortable and attack them head on, attack them directly. We gotta face our fears. For instance, like Sam, I struggled with stylization. Now, I know I don't do realism, but there are many different ways to stylize art. For me, with stylization, I struggled to know when to exaggerate a character, when to simplify things, and when to mesh them both together. I felt like I was doing it wrong. So I found artists that I admire that do it in different ways, and I kind of learned from them. I learned what I like and what I dislike, and I experimented with those things, and that made me a better artist. Even though it was scary and I wanted to just keep drawing the way I was drawing, I wasn't happy with that way anymore, and I needed to grow. So I did. I hated my art, so instead of avoiding these challenges, I faced them head on. This is what I'm kind of doing in this piece too. I wanted to learn how to draw characters in different, more intense perspectives. And also, I wanted to work on backgrounds a little bit more. Sometimes you gotta mix things up a little bit and you'll find things that you like better, some things that you enjoy, and some things that you hate, but you need to experiment. And so the artists out there who are feeling stuck and the ones that hate their artwork, just realize that you are not alone. Even the art greats go through this phase. And the key to getting past this is to not staying stagnant. Try to always push yourself to grow. That progression in your art, that change in your art will give you some satisfaction. Keep learning, keep challenging yourself, and find inspiration from other artists who keep pushing those boundaries that you don't even think possible.
It's a never-ending journey of learning and being open to potentially sucking.
And honestly, it's not always all fun and games. Sometimes you're gonna draw something that you absolutely hate, something that you never want to show anybody, and you just want to scrap. Sometimes we have to just scrap our work, and that is okay. I know a lot of artists say do not get rid of your art, and I do agree, keep it somewhere in a folder hidden away that you never have to show anybody and look at. But it's okay to just stop working on a piece that you just feel has no way of being a good artwork. And before you scrap that artwork, I want you to ask yourself, what did you learn from this? What went well? What went wrong? Why do you hate it? And if there's anything that you like in that artwork, why do you like that? Find something that you can take away from that artwork. Even if it's something that you never want to do again, pick one thing that can help you in the next piece. You can learn things from even a failed artwork. And also, before you scrap that artwork, I want you to think, should you scrap this artwork or should you trust the process? Sometimes when you trust that process, you get through that ugly phase of the artwork and you make something that you are absolutely amazed by. If you trust yourself, you can come up with something that you don't hate. You can come up with something that you actually love. Let's take this art journey together. Even if you are in a slump and you hate your artwork, that's okay. Because we are a team, we are a community. We all hate our artwork sometimes. But use that feeling to push past what you already know. Use this as an opportunity to grow. Dive into learning new techniques, new programs, new mediums, new ways of doing art. Take risks, and most importantly, remember to have fun. You love art, right? So you can hate your work. It doesn't mean that you are a bad artist. To me, it means that you are ready to level up your artwork. So don't be too hard on yourself. Every step you take in this journey, even the difficult ones, is all part of how you become a better artist. So Sam, if you are watching this, I want to say thank you. Thank you for sharing all you know about art, and thank you so much for sharing your struggles. Your video is a big reminder to me that we all have doubt, even art gods like you. But it's important to use that doubt to grow and become a better artist. This is an art journey, and because you shared this with us, I feel like I don't have to be on this journey alone. If you don't mind, I would love for you to join me in my journey. So hit subscribe, hit that bell, and if you hate your artwork, I want you to remember that you're awesome. I think. Watch this video right here where I show you tips and tricks on how to become a better artist.